being an investor enables you to be a learner, to always be learning about something new.
Kirsten Green is the visionary investor behind some of tech's most successful startups. She launched her firm, Forerunner Ventures, in 2010 and has since raised more than $650 million to back a staggering portfolio of brands. I recently sat down with her to discuss why she believes her status as an industry outsider fueled her success. You're someone who hasn't necessarily had a traditional quote-unquote venture capitalist background, in the sense that you didn't come from one of the big tech giants. You weren't an entrepreneur yourself. You were in the financial industry. You were an analyst and the like. But you've said that those differences have been invaluable.
Well, I think that one of the drivers of being successful, however you want to define that, in this business for me has come from a place of really liking it. Like, I really like what I do. I feel excited on Monday to go to work. I feel excited for the weekend too. But I truly love my job. I feel privileged every day for what I get to do. I get to work with incredible people who are jumping off the diving board to pursue their dreams and allow me to be a partner alongside of them for that, which is incredible. The opportunity to collect knowledge along the way and hopefully carry that forward and help people. It's like so satisfying on so many levels. And when I think back on my journey to get here was really driven by a gut instinct that this would be the right thing for me.
So much has been made in recent years, and rightfully so, about the lack of women in venture capital, the lack of female founders, sort of this cycle of challenges to be able to propel more women into important positions of power and to be able to change the business landscape. How do you see your role in this conversation?
It's a really exciting time. I think it's a really exciting time to be a woman. Hopefully it's a really exciting time to be someone of diversity, thinking about where is your place in the world, because while we're not anywhere where we need to be or want to be, and I think a lot of impatience around it too, there is a lot going on, there is a lot happening, and things have changed in the 7-8 years that I've been in this business dramatically. When I first started, or maybe a few years after I started, this conversation of being a woman came up, and at first I was very much I want to be known for being a really good investor, the best investor. I don't want to be known for being a female investor. As there was more attention put on it, it became more obvious to me how much of a problem it was. And I started to, feel that energy that I think is fueling all of us, which is we're just as good, we're just as capable, we're just as strong, we shouldn't be held back. And if there are things that are unfair that are contributing to that, we need to call them out and help people change their behaviors and their biases so that at least isn't a roadblock or a hindrance.
I was really struck when you were starting to invest in companies, and I read that sort of early on you went to everybody you knew to raise money, small checks, a handful of companies, $20,000, $25,000 at a time. What did you learn about yourself in that time?
I had a lot of people look at me like I was a little bit nuts what I was trying to do, because it wasn't, I really did have to kind of go to first degree of people I used to work with, and then they'd introduce me to somebody, and it wasn't as though I had knew where pockets of money or rich people, or even what was going on with angel investing. I mean, this is 2005. I think angel investing was happening in the Valley, certainly not any way, shape, or form like it's happening now, but those networks weren't readily available to me. I was 100% driven by passion and ambition. And so, that sort of pushed me into, I want to raise money, or I want to invest in a company, but I didn't have any money, so I had to go raise these separate investment vehicles to put money into companies. And I guess, yes, it was a lot of hustle, and I think that has built a lot of muscles that have contributed to a lot of the things that I've done over the last decade. But at the time, it felt like the only thing I could do. It's what I wanted to do. I didn't even question it. Every time somebody thought that was a little bit nuts, and they're like, what are you going to do, try to start your own private equity firm or something? And I was like, I don't know, maybe, yeah. Be open-minded to what the journey is and allow it to unfold. I think you have to have goals to keep moving forward, but don't get so caught up in what the goal is that you miss what's in front of you and what you're experiencing and what you're learning and picking up in the moment, because really what will probably happen is you'll get a few tweaks along the way. And I think if the pursuit is to find something that meets your goals but meets where life takes you and where your learnings take you, like that's where you're more likely to find satisfaction.